Hey guys, Kat Clay here, and today I want to talk to you about the new horror roguelike game, Returnal. Now, I've been playing this on the PlayStation 5 for several hours now, and I can safely say that Returnal is probably one of the coolest games I've played this year. It's great to see a AAA game come out that really takes advantage of the full capacity of the PlayStation 5. But does it live up to the amazing expectations? Let's find out. Now, Returnal is about Celine, who's an astronaut who crash lands on a mysterious planet. And it's definitely a forbidden planet because you see in the opening sequences that this is a no-go zone. And I absolutely love that there's a middle-aged female astronaut who is exploring this devastatingly difficult space landscape. So Celine crash lands on this planet and her spaceship is completely busted. While she's on the planet, she makes a shocking discovery: her own body. Celine keeps dying and coming back to life, reliving the same kind of day over and over again. Except with one really interesting twist, is that the world here is not the same. Every time you wake up from death, the world has been reset into a new form. And so it makes it really interesting in terms of gameplay and looking at how the world develops as you build more skills. In case you were wondering how difficult Returnal is, it comes with its very own warning screen saying that Returnal is designed to be a challenging experience. And by the way, there's no saves. And as I was playing, it was kind of like, oh look, this is relatively easy, it's straightforward, until it's not. Returnal is not for the faint of heart. It is not for casual gamers, and noobs beware, you are going to get hammered in this game. I play a heck of a lot of games and this game was kicking my ass. Returnal is brutal and I feel like it carries across, as well as the roguelike capacity, some of the brutality of the Souls games. This is a game where there is no save. You die, you start again. All that progress that you've made is lost. Now, for some people, this might be a massive turnoff, but I really love this challenge. It forces you to be efficient and, in the terms of the Souls games, get good. Every single bar of health counts because even if you build up your bar in one run, it won't be there the next one. In fact, there's only a small number of items that carry themselves across through each run. One of them is your main weapon, your pistol, but even then, trying to find better weapons in the game is really tough. And you have to be judicious about when you use items like health or the consumables, because there aren't a lot of them to go around. One misstep and you might actually put yourself out of beating a boss. Speaking of bosses, I have been playing this game for 7 hours and I still haven't managed to take down the boss. The first boss. It's not necessarily the gameplay itself, which is fairly standard. It's shoot, charge shot, dash, but a lot of the work you do is in actually maintaining your health and making sure you consume consumables when you absolutely have to. I really like a lot of the dynamism of the movement in this game. One of the things I do find though, the melee weapon is not as dynamic as some of the other movements you can make with your weapons and your guns. But the melee weapon is very useful when playing this game because it is absolutely lethal when dealing with low-level enemies. One of the most exciting things in this game for me is seeing how the world opens up as you develop new skills. Returnal bears a lot of similarities to the recent game Control, and certainly I would say if you enjoyed Control, then you'll probably really like Returnal. The similarities aren't bad, it's not an imitative game, but in terms of tone, that weird fiction element, and that element of mystery that is revealed slowly through the game, these two games have a lot in common. One of the great things about Returnal is that the environment reflects the psychology of the main character, Celine. She is going through a fragmentary memory loss, and so there's elements of surrealism in this world building. There's places which will trigger memories for you, but you're not quite sure of the full story of why she's there or why she keeps going and persisting through this planet. Returnal really is one of the first games for PlayStation 5 that has really taken advantage of the platform. The lighting is exceptional. You can actually use 3D sound And also they make great use of the haptic controller. So you'll feel the vibrations of enemies or rain coming through the controller, and it adds an extra element to the world building here. One of the fantastic elements of this game is the sound design, and especially if you're using the 3D headset, where you can get that full experience of feeling like you're on this alien planet. The chittering of insects in your ears is haunting and quite creepy without actually having to show them. And I think a lot of the sound does the heavy lifting in this game to set the mood and tone correctly. I'm looking forward to getting to the end of this game. I think it's going to be a long road, to be honest. It is absolutely whooping my ass. But I keep coming back to Returnal, and I'm certainly going to keep sharing the journey with you as I go on in the next month or so to try and finish this game and get to the end of the story and why Selene is actually on this planet. I can't wait to find out. I highly recommend this game for people who like Souls-like games, roguelike games, and anybody who just really wants a challenging video game that still manages to maintain some really interesting story elements as well. If you like Control, if you like Jeff Vandermeer's Annihilation trilogy, I certainly would recommend this. And for the rest of us who are diehard Alien fans, absolutely, it's a must-buy. I'm Kat Clay. If you enjoyed this video, if you want to watch more content on video games, cosplay, just nerd stuff in general, please hit subscribe. And thanks so much for watching.